Hello everybody! Hello everybody! Harry here, and today I have just finished up a relatively large grind here on CraftersMC. Now that we're out of the graveyard, I can go ahead and show that we are quite close to our next zombie slayer level. In fact, we're only one more tier 3 boss away from unlocking the Revenant Minion recipe, a Revenant Minion as an item reward, and the Revenant chestplate so that we are able to start creating the full set of Revenant armor. I have no idea how long tier 6 is away from the revived heart and an upgraded weapon and an upgraded staff and all of these other things, but it is going to take us no time at all to level up to the next tier, which kinda had me thinking about something. You see, our home island here, we redesigned it not too long ago in terms of my playtime on this server. It's lackluster a little bit, especially in two categories. The first of which is my inventory sorting system. My inventory sorting system here is, I mean, in some aspects it is okay, where I know roughly where to locate certain things, and in other aspects it is a little bit of a mess, and a lot of these chests aren't even being used. The other thing that we need to work on is all the way over here, which is our minions. We've got a bunch of different mining minions, as I've been experimenting on different ways in which things can be upgraded. You may also notice something a little bit different about this guy's head. We have a maxed out ice minion. What I've managed to work out here is I have been doing things a little bit wrong on this server in terms of the grind. You see, I can't log in every day. That's just not something that's possible for someone like me. And I have gone ahead and left these minions up with very little resources in total. There's no constant fuel supply. I'm only using one of the two upgrade slots. The hoppers are made out of budget hoppers. The backpacks are only medium backpacks, etc. And it's not like I don't have access to better collections and better recipes. For example, a recipe that I unlocked quite a while ago is here, the Super Compactor 3000, which only really requires enchanted cobblestone and enchanted redstone blocks, both of which are not difficult to make, but they're tedious and time consuming. So why was I just holding on to one minion at a time? And the simple answer is I was being stupid. So we are going to go ahead and reorganize the minions here. I also want to make this area look a little bit less messy and start working towards our 20th and 21st minion slot. So I'm going to go ahead and start redesigning this area all for cobblestone minions and trying to get them upgraded. And there we have it, guys. All 18 of our minion slots have now been replaced with cobblestone minions of at least rank 1. Which does mean this is going to take a while. I'm still going to have to upgrade these guys and check back every few hours today at the very least. But with any luck, this should mean that we can start making super compactors. And I will stop at 21 super compactors because that's the maximum amount of minions I'm going to be able to get on this server, and after I get 21 of those, I can go ahead and do the same thing I've done here with iron minions and coal minions, and eventually wood minions, oak wood minions, so that I can hopefully upgrade every single one of these dudes. And that's going to take some time, especially some grinding on my end, so we'll be back in a couple of days to check on how that's doing. But there is a couple more things that I want to do. First and foremost, there is a way that I can help these cobblestone minions out and hopefully upgrade them a bit. And if I continue around here past the horde of mobs, we can see that I have my old school Cobblestone Generator over here, which is serviceable, but we can do a little bit better. Now, this next idea isn't mine, it comes from a YouTube channel I'll go ahead and place in the description, but there is a dropper style of Cobblestone Generator where you can just walk out over an edge, fall into the abyss, and then respawn at the top to drop down again and again and again. I'm going to attempt to build this, and I will say attempt because, as you guys can see, or at the very least I hope here, I can't really fly right now on the server. My little Steve avatar here is not allowing me to fly. I don't have a rank, so that is going to make this build a little bit more difficult. But I have a feeling most people who log into the server don't have a rank, so I'd prefer to try to show you guys how I would build it without one first. Right, so all of this is going to have to go all the way along here, which is the first difficult bit, and I'm going to keep the water flowing for the time being, but the source blocks are eventually going to have to come out along here as well if we're to make it a successful cobblestone generator. The next thing I'm going to need is this lava bucket back. And then I need to go and empty my inventory and find a tool that I want to build all of this stuff out of. And here we are, guys, back at the builder Derek in the market, and we get to decide what we build this out of. Now, if I have learned anything, it is to stay away from glazed terracottas. Like, concrete's are fine, glazed terracottas are not. And I want something to challenge the general look of my island, which right now is a lot of whites through to greys through to blacks. So let's go ahead and try to find something with a little bit more colour that is also fireproof. I do like white blue or dark blue terracotta actually. Bearing in mind this is going to be a pillar that goes all the way up through my island, so it's going to stand out, and it is going to stand out behind the portal is what I've got to bear in mind. So let's go ahead and try to build this out of blue concrete. Now I need to quickly go ahead and check what the X and Y values are of the island as to where I'm going to be able to build. When I try to mine the stone at this side, yeah, I don't go all the way through. I can go ahead and mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide, which does mean I can go ahead and make this basically end at this space here. So I'm going to want it to be 5 blocks by 7 blocks at the very least, and then I need to figure out the Y axis. So going all the way down as low as I can before death preferably. So if we go ahead and hit T, I mean that's Y equals negative 48. I'm going to make the assumption it's 0, and for some reason I'm a little too low. In fact, I can just go ahead and jump off here and hit the respawn part. So Y can equal 0, potentially negative 48, but we'll stick with 0 for the time being. Okay, right, that is quite high up and we're still not done. So we're at 195. That implies to me if we can still keep going when Y equals 195, we probably can go all the way to Minecraft's world limit. Oh, I think that is it, actually. Right, so that's not that far at all, in which case we know that we can only dig up to 5 blocks away. We're going to want to back to the machine here, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is where we're going to want to drop, so if we go ahead and make this a gap at the moment for when we drop, that means we're going to want to contain the water in a section like this. So let's go ahead and mine that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are going to want to go this side the same amount so that we can go ahead and place lava in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only difference being is that when we do place lava, we're going to want blocks underneath it so that they can go ahead and generate cobblestone as we fall. For the time being, though, I now need 7,000 times 30, as it was 30 gold. I'm going to need 21,000 gold to buy enough of that concrete to be able to make this machine. So I will be back in a mo when I have that much concrete. Well, I definitely miscalculate the amount of gold I'm going to need. 21,000 is nowhere near enough. In fact, 21,000 is able to fill up only this amount of my inventory. It's 21,000 blocks I think I need. And if it's 21,000 blocks I'm going to need, it's going to cost me about 600,000 gold. Ooh, I hope this is worth it. Alright gang, so with an inventory mostly comprised out of blue concrete and some enchanted water so that we can start building up first and plug all of this area up, we should be able to get started on a more efficient cobblestone generator so that we won't have to spend as much time grinding just cobblestone to get started here. And there we go, guys. That is from floor to ceiling the interior of the Cobblestone Generator with one thing missing. So, to quickly explain, this area is slitted or perforated, whichever angle I guess you view it from, so that the lava can flow straight into the water and create cobblestone along here without it flowing straight down onto the rest. It's had a backing wall here so that the lava doesn't flow out on the other side, because it does lag your island and the server a little bit with all of the water and lava flowing in, especially when you first make this. Now that the interior is done here, let me go ahead and show you the exterior. And here is the exterior, guys. Because we've not been able to fly, I've been using the ladders and water to be able to place every single block. As you can see from here, you can just go all the way down. And the idea behind this generator is when we reach the top, is that you're supposed to set your spawn up here, and then when the lava is flowing into the water, we can just drop down, mining as we go with as much efficiency and haste as we can, and then once we eventually hit the void, we would respawn up there and keep going. I recommend, if you are going to set your island spawn point up there, by the way, to make a pool of water so that you can jump down afterwards and land safely, especially if you don't want to keep spending 10k to go back and forth. Alright, guys, so with any luck, this should be the final set of buckets I need. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are done. Oh my goodness. Oh, I misunderestimated two things of this. One was like how long it would take me, and that was partly because I messed up with the numbers on the actual build size and everything else I was going to need. But the second thing I grossly misunderestimated was the cost. It cost me about 600,000 to get all of these blocks exactly like they are now. However, I think all in all it could very well be worth it. Bearing in mind my inventory has a few things here that it's already filled with, and 32 cobblestone to start. But without my golden pickaxe, which is the faster one, here we go. Is it working? I have no idea how to tell if it's working or not. Don't think it works at all. Oh no. That's annoying. Maybe I do need even faster mining. Perhaps the haste 2 from this is not enough. So let's go ahead and see what else I can do. One thing I do know is to make a silverfish pet, which I do not currently have, and I do want to get my silverfish pet with a hat. You can make a silverfish pet. Okay, that is actually super easy to make. So 8, 16, 24, 32. It's a stack of enchanted cobblestone, which, considering we do technically still have a generator, shouldn't be too hard to make. So let's go ahead and start with that and see if us making a rare or legendary silverfish pet is going to make a huge difference. Okay, gang, so we are back, and I wanted to make a silverfish pet anyway, because if we can go ahead and give the silverfish pet this little costume, I think that would be really, really cute. To craft it, we're going to need one of the super enchanted duck eggs, which I have got enough money here to just buy one. I still have not got my duck minion up that far, and I'll go ahead and make a video more about pets when we get there. But for the time being, let's go ahead and just buy one of these. Just the one, please. Instantly. There we go. And let's see what our silverfish pet turns out to be. It's almost certainly going to turn out to be epic, but let's pray, shall we? Yeah, it is just an epic one. So this one grants mining wisdom and boosts true defense. So let's go ahead and see what the epic upgrade to legendary would be, shall we? Hello, pet sitter. Select pet. Requires taming 20, so I don't even get to know yet. Oh, that's a shame. I think our taming's quite high at the moment compared to our other skills, 17. So for now, we are going to switch to it to get an inventory slot freed up. So, hello, little guy. Hello, do you want to... Oh, okay. Do you want to go ahead and wear this? Oh. Ah, look at him go. He's got his little party hat. Let's go, bud. Let's go. There's only one other thing I can think of to increase our mining speed. Otherwise, we're going to have to take on our generator in a little bit of a different way. And that is in our combat collections under rotting flesh of all things. So I believe there is a pickaxe. Yeah, the zombie pickaxe, which grants haste 2 when for 5 seconds when mining ores. I do wonder if this stacks with the armor, which also grants a permanent haste 2. So it's very easy to make. It's just 3 rotten flesh, so it's worth trying and replacing our golden pickaxe for. Let's go ahead and make that zombie pickaxe and enchant it with efficiency 5, telekinesis, and fortune. There we go. So this thing should be hyper quick with all of the haste that we are getting now, and hopefully this allows us to break through this cobblestone really bloody quickly and are able to just drop whilst we go. Oh, it does work! Yes! Okay, right, let's get all the way back up there, and yeah, I guess that's gonna be our solution to cobblestone for a little while. Okay, so we've once again set our spawn. I'm running around a little bit here just so that it doesn't trigger me as AFK. And let us go in 3, 2, 1. Geronimo! Oh, I accidentally took out another block. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Okay. So that's half of my inventory filled immediately. If I went ahead and ran around a little bit again, just so that it doesn't trigger me as AFK, and then went go again. Oh my goodness. You can actually see my mining percentage increasing. Oh! I think there was a bit of a glitch there. But no, that's a full inventory. Oh wow. Okay. I think that's us optimizing cobblestone apart from one potential thing. If I go to recipes or collections once again, whichever, I actually kind of find it easier to find it in collections, and we go through cobblestone, we can have a look and see, is it personal compactor in cobblestone or is personal compactor in redstone? Personal compactor 4000, here we go. Is a lot of enchanted redstone and a super compactor. Cool. So we're going to have to make super compactors either way to make one of these. But for the time being, this is pretty much us optimized when it comes to cobblestone. Oh no, don't do this to me now. No, I was inactive. No. It has been a couple days on the server, guys, and we have had some upgrades here. The first is I put an obsidian block here to stop accidentally mining all of this concrete. The next upgrade we've got is that our silverfish pet is at level 50, and we found a legendary rock pet. All of our cobblestone minions are tier 7 or a maxed out cobblestone minion. I have reorganised our entire inventory into all of the farmable goods. I was doing so a little bit in the background of the rest of the recordings. And finally, our cobblestone chest here is filled with stacks of enchanted cobblestone. The only other problem we've got is that I think this chest can make about 8 or just under 8 super compactors. But if we have a look over our redstone, we only have 2 enchanted redstone blocks, and it's a little bit of a sorry sight seeing all of this redstone. So we are going to start replacing our cobblestone minions one at a time with redstone minions. And I'll start with our upgraded one first and give it a super compactor right away. This way it will go ahead and start compacting and then eventually super compacting more of these blocks. I can use those blocks to start upgrading our redstone minion, making more redstone minions, and then replacing our cobblestone minions as they go along. So let's go ahead and craft our very first super compactor 3000. We have done it, finally. And when placing this redstone minion and giving it all of its needed upgrades, I think that will do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and if you like the video, go ahead, hit the like button, and consider subscribing. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I would be over the moon if we ever reached it. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I will see you in the next video.